Hi, I wanted to share with you my personal journals. And as you can see here, I have many. Probably way too much, but you know, I make them and I love using them. So, yeah, it's so nice when you can make yourself anything you want, basically. So, this is just. Ugh, let, I don't know where to start. Okay, so I'll start with this one, which you've already seen. Maybe you did. I mean, actually, I already filmed this one, I think. Did I? Yeah. Yeah, I did. So that's one of my first art journals, and it's made completely out of recycled materials. There's some paper beads there, and I don't want to repeat everything, but basically it's a cereal box and paper paint and all kinds of fun stuff, fun things. Sorry. Then I also no, not that one. Which one? Yeah, this one. I also filmed this little one made with postcards, and I basically painted and collaged and did all kinds of things on those postcards, and created this fun little journal. This is a cardboard piece though, but never mind. This is packaging, but mostly postcards. So there's that one. Then is this one. This one was actually created a long time ago. I was in a group online, an art group where we had like a, not a challenge, but kind of a task to make a small journal about leaves. So it's that one, and it's not finished, even though it was created a long time ago, but I just come back to it whenever I want and do whatever I want, and I'm never really concerned about finishing the work in one journal, because they are for me, they are for fun, and I use them whenever I want. So when it's finished, it's finished, and if it's not, who cares? So as you can see, I did all kinds of things here: drawing, painting, stamping, gluing things down, writing, just, whatever came to my mind, I did it. This is I put down a leaf and then I painted over that. I used it as a stencil, basically. This is just a nice piece from some catalog, but it has those leafy and autumny colors. This is just, it's not finished. I just stamped with my handmade stamps. And this one is not finished either, nor is this one. Then I skipped. And here's that leaf that I used as a stencil. I glued it to the other page, and I'll probably write something there. unfinished, unfinished, well, unfinished, and this one unfinished, and the rest is plain. So that's my little leaves journal. I love it, it's so cute. Then we have this one, and it's also made out of recycled materials, and it was some kind of brochure that I painted. I added a cardboard piece. Actually, it was some kind of packaging, I think, to the cover, and I stenciled and, you know, the usual stuff. And then again, it's my small art journal. Stamping, collaging, painting, all kinds of things. And then you can see the brochure. I just gessoed the pages, and I still have quite a few left, so I can work in that one. And why I like having journals in different sizes is because I don't always want to make a big art journaling page. So, you know, when I do, I have a bigger journal, and when I don't, when I just feel like working in, you know, on a smaller scale, then I take one of these and have fun that way. Then, okay, this one is, I'm not sure what I did with this one, because the cover absolutely doesn't reflect the inside, which is absolutely not my thing, not my, you know, style. But I don't know, it came out that way, and I still don't think it's finished. I still think I should do something with it, but I just love this cover so much. I painted it and stenciled and collaged, and then I heat embossed all these swirls, and this doesn't belong here, but I don't know, never mind. Because on the inside it is all vintage book pages and vintage images, and I might actually completely rework this one, maybe use these images in something else. I'm not sure. Or I'll just rework the cover. I'm not sure. It's waiting for something, but I like it. Again, recycled materials, I can't remember which ones. I think it was a calendar, and then I glued everything on it. So, yeah, that's that one. Has some really cool images there. Really cool. And that's the example of what you can do. You know, you can just glue down all those book pages, and then, you know, either paint over that or glue other stuff over that, or, you know, there's like a million options. So there's that one. I don't know if I sorry, my phone is ringing. We'll be able to merge these videos or whatever, or this will be a part 2. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go on. This one is my ugly one. But I love it, because that was, I think, yeah, that one, and where is it? And this one were my first art journals. First journals that I actually made. And that's why I like them. Even though they're not pretty or anything, I don't care. This one I practiced back then, like years ago, Coptic stitch binding, and I created the covers using newspapers that I folded and then stitched like crazy, and then added this coffee dyed, I think, piece of cotton fabric, and I hand stitched, and then my handmade paper heart and other bits. And here's the back. It's a collage of fabrics, and I don't know. It says that it's finished on September 2014, but it started, trust me, way back. Yeah. And it's really nothing special, but as I said, I like it. And I basically took all my small textured handmade papers, and then I stitched them. I connected them with fabric pieces, and then I bound them into a journal. So here's, for example, this is a piece of a fused plastic bag. Here I just painted a tree, and I'm not a Picasso, of course, but who cares? And yeah, I just wanted to play with these textured papers, and that's what this journal is. My playground. Here are some feathers and another plastic bag. And I also used this one to try out paints and pens and crayons and all kinds of things. So this is a photo I took and then altered. I like this one. I stamped on it and then painted over that with acrylic paints, and then wrote something and added this butterfly. And this one is also one of my favorites. This one really textured, really. I mean, on top of that paper I added lace and paper cutouts, and I love it. I think my dog is trying to get my attention, but he will have to wait. Oh, here are my inches. Some of my inches. I glued them into this journal, and now I have them nicely displayed. And I stapled these doodles, instead of having them laying around everywhere. So yeah, that is my ugly journal. And this one is also Coptic stitch, and I just covered it with this fabric, and as you can see, I added these fabric hearts and a button and a tag, and this measuring tape that was actually my grandmother's measuring tape. Here's a little butterfly. Here's my hand-woven piece that I kind of created like a cuff, but then I didn't really like it. So I stapled it as far as I can see here and made a belly band. This one is also not finished. It's really old, but I kind of come back to it every now and then. you know, and that one is made entirely, I think, or almost entirely, out of painted newspapers. That's what I was trying back then, to see how paints and different types of paper work together. So I painted newspapers, and then, this is just, don't look at that. Oh, I love this page. This one is also one of my favorites. Not only because of the color, this blue color, which is my favorite, but because of this, like a EKG. It's from 2013. But as I said, the journal was made way, way before that. That one. These are not finished. These two are finished. Not finished. Finished. Then, yeah, this one's finished. Let me see. Yeah, these two also. And these two also. Here I draw on a book page, and then I glued it into a journal and painted a little bit over that. Just created this nice autumny page. This one's finished. I don't know why I did this one. I'm not really into geometric shapes and such, but who cares? I just did. That's the beauty of art journals. You can do whatever you want. And, express whatever is on your mind or in your heart. So, this guy is really, well, here, I don't know if you can see, but, I mean, from this collage, but I wasn't really feeling that well. Not feeling well, I mean, I wasn't, I wasn't, I'm not talking about physically not feeling well. Yeah, this one kind of ripped out, but never mind. I can glue that back in with some tape or fabric, whatever. Here's just some collages. And this one, that's finished, of course. Then, let me see. And also, as you can see, I don't go page by page. I just work wherever I want. And that's the reason for that. One of the reasons is that the pages are all in different colors. So sometimes if I'm inspired to start with this one, I just work there. But then if I'm inspired by this, I work there. So that's that one. Okay. Then, just to show you, I basically reworked this, what is it? Another folder? Whatever, you can see what it is. It was falling apart. It had that plasticky material over it, and I just ripped it apart and then made a collaged paper cover for it. And these are just some very, very, very old cardboard pieces that I, wanted to do something with, but didn't, and I just can't throw them away for whatever the reason. Anyway, this little thing is made out of envelopes, and also, just because I felt like it. So they're all just envelopes, see, that I covered with paper and then used for some odd photos that were just laying around, and I didn't want them in a photo album or anything, but I wanted to keep them, so I made this little one to keep those photos in. See, like, I photographed a cloud. Like, what? But it's okay. There's the goat. The goat was my husband's grandmother's. And, oh, there's something on the back. Oh, there's some kind of bird. I had one period in my life when I wanted to try, being better at photography. So I took a bunch of these photos that are like, sky again, that are just not good. But as you probably know by now, I don't throw things away. So, yeah. This is another art journal made out of a shoebox. And again, yeah, oh yeah, this was, I completely turned it upside down. It was supposed to go like that, and then I was supposed to add this tag and stuff, but I made a mistake, so now everything is upside down, as you can see. But it doesn't matter, because at the end only the front and back inside cover are going to be visible as the upside down stuff. Everything else is going to be covered up. But this is basically made out of those calendars you get, in the mail. So I took them, gessoed them, and now I have a nice art journal, which again is not completely filled. Actually, it's very, I just started it. Not now. Again, long time ago, but I don't use it too often. I don't know why. Maybe because I have this one, although it's smaller in size, but oh well, And this was for, I created this page for my 38th birthday, and I'm 41 now, so but that's that one. Then I have this one, again, my favorite brand of shoes. And also Coptic Stitch, and also a completely recycled one. But this one is going to be kind of a art journal, diary, collage journal, who knows what. It's going to be for all kinds of things, and it's still waiting its turn to be used. And as you can see, there are envelopes and packaging material and some paper bags and more envelopes and some, I don't know what that is, some cardstock, recycled, calendar pages, paper, those, wine bag, all kinds of things you would normally throw away. Well, I hope you wouldn't. I definitely don't. And that is, oh, there's a card someone has sent to me an envelope. I was subscribed some time ago to Cloth, Paper, Scissors. Great magazine, by the way. So there is that one. I just love this image. And yeah. So that one is also waiting to be used. Let me check the time. Okay. Yeah, and then this one. Where's the front? Here. This big guy, which weighs a ton already, and it's not even finished. I mean okay, let's rewind. This guy is also made as the previous one, completely out of recycled things. And I used, I don't know, some cardboard, something. Oh, I have a rip there. Never mind, I'll fix that. Anyway, I just had this paper and this paper laying around for a long time, so I covered the cardboard with that paper, and then here's a pocket. I just used all kinds of papers and cardstock and my flower, die cut negative, all kinds of things. Here's another pocket, just to, you know, to put them in. Here's a short page. In one place, because my recycling box, I have a box, you know, where I just throw everything in, you know, the things that I want to recycle. The box was so full that I had to do something about it. Here I just stitched some pieces of paper together. And so I created this journal. And then, you know, I started kind of decorating, well, not really decorating, but basically covering the images or the things that I didn't want to be seen. I started covering them with more scraps. Now, for example, this image I do want to be seen, and I'm going to write over that, and it's going to look so cool. Then this map is also cool. But here was some, it's like a, not a phone book, but something like that. That type of writing was there. And I just glued down this piece of cardstock and then added some paper scraps, and you can see already, to have space for writing or drawing or, you know, anything like that. Here I also covered some text or something. I don't remember really. So that what I started doing with this journal. And of course my hearts. I'm crazy about hearts. And I haven't even finished that, because here you can see also I covered text just with paper, and then the image I left as much as I could. And again, I'm going to write over that. And quite often I write, in my journals I write with those alcohol pens, like this one. Why isn't this zooming? Whatever. And, you know, that way I'm completely safe, because here's paper, but here's that cardstocky paper that's kind of glossy. So I write with that alcohol pen so that it doesn't smear. But then, yeah, here you can see this is where I stopped basically, and this one is messed up, but I'm going to fix that also with some embellishments or something. So what I'm going to do is to cover this part up. I'm going to leave the people there, but I'm going to cover the text with something, and also this, and then have more space for writing or whatever. Here's a nice card I got from a friend. And yeah, that's basically it. So it's not finished in that sense. And it, as I said, it already weighs a ton, but never mind. I think I dropped it or something and I damaged it, but that doesn't matter. It's my journal. Yeah, time. This video is going to be too long. I'll just show you this one and then I'll make another video. And I'm not going to open it, or at least not too much. Here I just glued in a page from an old book, and yeah. There's a leaf, of course, on an old book page. Let me see. No. I can't show you the inside of this one because it's my one of my diaries, and it's too personal. Here's some collage. This is like stamp. There's some leaf there, and it's not pretty or anything. I don't know why I decorated it like this, but you know, I just don't really think too much about about the work that I do in my personal journals. As I said, it's absolutely just for me. So, okay, here's the first page. I can show you this one. As you can see, I have an image from a magazine. I just love these colors and these fabrics here. And then these nice gloves. And because it's about autumn, I, stamped some boots here and this coat, and, stuff like that. So anyway, that's my old diary. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to stop now and I'm going to film these other, hopefully in one video. Okay, bye bye.